Hey, hello, my dear YouTube friends, and welcome to my Wip Chat. If you don't know what a Wip Chat is, WIP, Wip stands for Work in Progress, which means we're gonna work on something that I have a progress on. And chat, well, that means I'm gonna chat your ears off for a little while, so buckle up. So you can work alongside me while I work on this diamond painting. You can knit, you can crochet, you can cross stitch, whatever you fancy. Or you can clean your house, um you can buy groceries, you can take a walk or drive your car and treat this like a podcast. Yeah, but I'm gonna diamond paint today, and what all I have here is this diamond painting is called Amethyst. It is with square drills, and it is bought from Enabler's Outpost. Elizabeth and Edward up here are the most amazing people. Well, some of the most amazing people I know. And I just love, love, love Old Masters and Alphonse Mucha, who made this masterpiece. This diamond painting has 47 colors. It is a square diamond drill. These drills are diamond. Oh my god. The drills are square. I'm sorry. And of the 47 colors, we have two ABs. If you don't know what an AB is, AB stands for Aurora Borealis, which is a drill diamond covered with this iridescent coating that sparkles like the northern lights. That is called Aurora Borealis. So yeah, I have a few of them already laid down here, but let us see if I can. I don't really have a lot of those back, but I don't know. Can you see this sparkle? Do you see that beautiful iridescent coating on it? That is an AB. And I love, love, love ABs because they make your canvas shine a little bit extra because the diamonds around them will sparkle as well. In this canvas, we don't have a lot of ABs, but they're placed really well, so they accent the diamond painting. And what else am I gonna use? Well, right now I am using this pen from Enabler's Outpost. I love it. Look at that pink and green and white swirls. I love it. This was a trade I did with Edward from Enabler's Outpost. I knitted him a Harry Potter Gryffindor scarf, and I got this. And then I have my Bella de Nicole tray. Well, I have the bigger ones over there as well, but to be honest with you, I mostly use this one. I do also have tweezers. This is the pink branded one, Ombre, from Diamond Art Club, as you can see right there. They aren't very pointed, which makes them perfect for placing drills. And, well, I also use this for my ABs, and I can place up to 4 ABs with this one, or 4 regular drills for that matter. Over here, we have the very pointy, sharp tweezers. These I got off of AliExpress with some random kit I got about a year and a half ago. These are perfect for picking up drills that I've placed wrong. So yeah. Then as you can see up here, I have in a Elizabeth Ward containers. This size, I love this size because in it, you can have one big bag of a Diamond Art Club bag. And I mean one of the bigger ones. So I love this size. This is the second smallest one. And I can purchase, here in Denmark, I can purchase them with just this size. So I'm going to buy more of those because I love these. And what else? What else? I use this in the evening because apparently my eyesight isn't the best anymore. But beside from that, I don't really use a whole lot. I have cut up dryer sheets in my containers because these colors have a little bit of static to them, so I use dryer sheets. And then, because I talk a lot, I have some water here with a little bit of taste in it. But yeah, now I've yacked on for 5 minutes about what I'm going to do and what you're going to do. So, let me ask you, how are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. And please let me know down in the comment field how you're doing and what you're working on while you're listening to me rambling on about everything and nothing. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm so happy to see you here. And I would love it if you would consider subscribing to my channel. It would mean the world to me, okay? There is a subscribe button right down there. Next to it, you find a bell. And if you ding that and choose all, you will be notified whenever I put up a new video. And if you're back, hi friends, I'm so happy to see you again. I hope every one of you, both those are back and those who are new here, that you will give me a thumbs up. It really does mean a lot for the algorithms and for me growing my channel. I am still trying to reach 350 subscribers so that I can give all of you, well, some of you, a surprise. So yeah, please share my channel, and it will really mean a lot. And don't forget, I have an event coming in January and February where we will diamond paint along the canvas called The Astronomer from Diamond Art Club. So if you have this canvas, or if you are, pondering to purchase it, please do, and, paint along with me and some of my other subscribers. It'll be a lot of fun. I will have a Facebook group made so that we can show each other our progress, but you can also show progress on Instagram. There will be a hashtag. So yeah, but let's get started. So I am right now using, can you even see this? Nope, you couldn't. Right now I am using this color 3609. I love all the pinks and purples in this one. I just adore them, which is why I purchased this diamond painting, because of the colors and because I love Alphonse Mucha, of course. But yeah, so let's shake this a little. So I have been wondering, what can I do to attract more subscribers to my channel? And then in my live this Sunday, some of my subscribers suggested that I could make a round of tag questions. And to be honest with you, at first I was like, oh, no, I can't do that. And what will people think if itty bitty Mia decided to do a tag question round? I mean, other people have done that, and they're bigger and better channels than mine. Yes. Sometimes I have a little bit of insecurities. Not a lot, but every now and then. But they keep telling me, you can do this, and people will find it fun, and hopefully they were right. I know that there recently was a round of tag questions going around, so I have been wringing my brain to find some questions that wasn't in the original. Sorry, I'm shaking you. I need to learn how to put down my hand more carefully. So I have really been, wrenching my brain to find some questions that wasn't in the tag questions that was around, I don't know, a month and a half ago. And I did have a lot of fun trying to find them, and friends did also suggest some questions. The funny thing was that some of the questions people suggested, I already had down on paper. They might not all of, not all of the questions that I thought about made it into the tag questions list, because I did end up with quite a lot. And I meant we couldn't do a tag round with, I don't know, 30 questions because people would never finish. So yeah, I narrowed it down to 11 questions, and then the last one, number 12, will be please tag your friends. So yeah, that is what we're gonna do today. At least that is what we're gonna start with, and then in the end we will see how much time has passed, if I can do a little life updates as well. We will see. So let's get on with it. The first tag question is, what is your first name? My first name is Mia. At least now you know that, if you had any doubts. Number 2 is, what country do you live in? And I live in Denmark. Denmark is a very small country in the northern of Europe. Number 3, do you have furry other animal helpers when diamond painting? I do have 4 cats, but they are not allowed in here because I have yarn in here. I have my diamond painting and all sort of stuff in here, and they would absolutely wreak havoc in here. So my cats aren't allowed, but I guess you could call them furry helpers because they do stand at the door quite a lot, screaming their little hearts out. Yeah. Oh, hello. Then we have number 4. What is your favorite wax and favorite putty? So my favorite wax is the wax from Patty Wax, both this super sticky and the regular wax. Wax. I love the putty from Patty Wax. So my favorite putty, well, I do have a few. I have a few from Enabler's Outpost. Hold on, where did you go? Hang on. I'm trying to find the right one here. Oh yeah, the Enabler's Outpost one that I wanted to show you because it's so fun. This is from Enabler's Outpost. It is called Enabler's Outpost Chit. Chit is Romanian and means putty. But this is so funny. This is named after me, Mia's Danish. It is like a cinnamon bun smell. And, you know, I just love it. But I do like the putty. Then I have some putty from Mary Making and More. But I got these before she started her shop. So they look a little different, but I love her putty. I really do. It smells amazing, and today she's making colors and everything, you know, different colors in one. But I love her putty as well. And then I have my own homemade putty that I really, really love. I mean, yeah, I make my own putty. So if I have to name a favorite out of those that I just mentioned, oh, that is a hard one. Which one is my favorite? Actually, I think I have to go with Merry Mud. That is the name of the mud of the mud that you could buy from Mary Making and More on Etsy. I think her wax would have to be my absolutely favorite if I can choose only one. Next question is, how many diamond pens do you have? Which is an amazing question because even though I made these questions, I didn't count how many pens I have. silly me. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 12 diamond painting pens, but I have 2 more on the way from my neighbor's outpost. Oh dear, and which one is my favorite? Oh dear, that is a question, right? My favorite diamond painting pen? To be honest with you, it is, I think this is my favorite. Yeah, I think this is my favorite, right now at least. So yeah. So question number 7. Which undone diamond painting in your stash is your favorite? And I had to think about this one too, because I only have diamond paintings that I really, really love. And, so it's kind of difficult to choose just one. You might think that my favorite one is the astronomer, since I'm going to make an event out of it, but it isn't. My absolutely favorite diamond painting would have to be Hazel's World by Dakota Detweiler, because that little girl is me as a child. I was always reading, my imagination running wild while reading, and I was in my own little world while reading. So that would have to be my favorite. So, yeah. And what is my what finished one, or whips, is my favorite? And this is actually this one. I love the colors. Yeah, this has been it hasn't been an absolutely joy working on it, because I did have a little issues with some glue, and I do have a lot of trashy drills. But even with these little stuff going on, that has nothing to do with the image itself. And the image is just beautiful. I love the colors. I love Alphonse Mucha. I love, yeah, I just love the image. And I'm almost done with it. I have this row and then one more, and I'm done. It has taken me a while. I began this on June 8th, so almost 3 months ago, but a lot has happened in that period. I started new medication. I have to be weaned out of some others, and I lost focus during that period. So yeah, it has taken me forever, which usually it wouldn't have, but things happen. Number 9. What is your current whip? Well, as you can see, it would be this one. The Alphonse Mucha called Amethyst. That was question number 9. Number 10. Do you match accessories with the canvas? No, I don't. You might think so right now, but I mean, the pen doesn't match. The tray does, but I mean, I don't really. It isn't something that I tend to do, because I don't have a lot of accessories. I really don't. And I'm not going to buy a whole lot of accessories, but because I have no idea what to do with them. So the short answer, nope. 11. What would you share with a new diamond painter? Which is an amazing question. I didn't find this one alone. I mean, a friend of mine, a subscriber, gave this question to me, and I find it absolutely brilliant. So what would I share with a new diamond painter? I would share that this is supposed to be fun. So if you don't love the canvas, that when you're buying it, don't. This is supposed to be a fun hobby. It's supposed to be relaxing. And if you're a person that can do more than one canvas as a one more, my God, my words today. If you can work on more than one canvas at a time, and the and the artwork that you're working on right now doesn't speak to you, start another one. I mean, it is supposed to be fun, okay? And maybe if you, like me, can only work on one canvas at a time, walk away. Do something else, maybe for a day or two, maybe a week, until this kit speaks to you again. I mean, if it isn't fun, why do it? And also, don't let other people tell you what you need and don't need. I mean, some people have tons of trays and pens and kits in their stash. Others have just a few, and a lot has, in the middle range. You decide how much or how little you want. So if you're watching content creators like myself, and they make you feel a certain way about what they have and not have, stop for a minute, feel yourself, and yourself will tell you, okay, how much or how little do I need in my life? And also, never put yourself in debt to get accessories or diamond paintings. If you can pay all your bills, then you can buy diamond paintings. Because putting yourself in debt over a hobby isn't working. Yeah, that is what I would share with a new diamond painter. And number 12, which is the last little bit of it, is where I will tag some creative friends and hope that they will participate in this little game of mine. So first, I would like to tag Anthony from Single and Placing. I would love to tag Paige Craft. I would love to tag Jenny from the Uncrafty Crafter. And I would love to tag Shay. Her channel is Shay Crafting. Right now it's gone from my brain, but I will tag all of them down below. And really, any one of you watching this Wip Chat, and you are making content, please answer these tag questions. They will all be written down below. And if you feel like answering these, please, I would love if you would do. And if you tag me in that video, I would love to hear your responses to these 11 questions. So, yeah, that went pretty quick, didn't it? Maybe because it wasn't really hard questions. Most of us can answer these in, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes, unless you really have a lot to say about these questions. But yeah, that was my little tag question game. But yeah, so that was the end of it. And now let's look at some life updates. So, if you weren't here last week, David has his summer vacation. David is my husband. We've been married 16 years next month. We've been together 20 years next month. So yeah, time is flying, which I love. I mean, he basically is the love of my life. He treats me not like a princess, because I'm not a princess, but he treats me with the respect that we both deserve, and I, of course, treat him with the respect that he deserves. Yeah, I think after 20 years, we know what to do and not to do. But yeah, he has his summer vacation, and well, let's just say we had other plans for this vacation, but things have a tendency to change in a very short amount of time. And it ended up being a blessing. Well, not a blessing, but it ended up being the right time for him to have his vacation, because as some of you might know, we lost his mom about a month ago by now, August 1st. And so her house has been sold, and they need to empty it by September 1st. Oh, you know what? I want to tag one other friend. I want to tag Angie with diamond painting. Angie's crafty diamond painting. She's an amazing friend of mine too. How could I forget her? Oh dear. Anyway, I will still tag her down under like the other ones. So yeah, I am basically home alone most of the time because he and his siblings are emptying out the house. And you might ask why I'm not out there. The short answer to that is my brother-in-law. Yeah, that is a whole story of itself. The short version is that he has mistreated me for 20 years, and I had enough. I finally said no more, and I'm not going to be around him more than I have to, which meant in the hospital when, their mom had her last few days, and I'm gonna be in the same room as him when her urn is being put down. Other than that, I have absolutely no need to be in the same room. Maybe one day, but as of present, absolutely not. And I mean, it might seem, harsh that, on my husband, because you might say, well, he needs your support. And, I do support him. Absolutely. He gets all the support he needs. And if he really, really wanted me, he would tell me. But he understands, that this is something that I have to do to protect my own peace of mind. Because sometimes you really just have to take care of yourself, your mental health and your physical well-being. Because, I would basically hurt myself if I forced myself to be around them. And another thing is, it is also to make sure that I don't say stuff that can't be unsaid. He has done that a lot of times, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to, go down to the level that he has been on, so it's way easier to just stay home. And they get that. His sister, the oldest one of the siblings, knows that too. She did, ask why, and he did, ask this Sunday where it was his birthday. My brother-in-law had his birthday this Sunday, and they were like, oh, we're gonna celebrate a little and have cake, and if you want to come, we will pick you up, because they were working on emptying out the house. And I was like, you know what, I don't have the need. Yay, happy birthday, and I don't know what. I didn't say happy birthday to him. Again, no need, and I'm not friends with him on Facebook, so yeah. But I don't have a need, and so go celebrate, and you'll be home when you'll be home. I'm I'm doing fine. It isn't as if it's a big loss on my part, and I know that this week will be me staying home alone for most of the time, and that is just the way it is this week. I mean, yes, we did have plans. At least we didn't have, plans of going out of the country, because that would have been an issue. But yeah. But we did have plans, to have day trips to see stuff. But you know what? That is what it is, and hopefully next week they'll be done with all the emptying out and cleaning out the house. So maybe next week we can do some tours around. I hope we can, go to Germany, to the border, and do some shopping, because we have stuff that we need again, because we used it. We do go to Germany 2-3 times a year, maybe sometimes more, but they are cheaper with some stuff, not with everything, but with some stuff they are cheaper. So we go down there and buy a bunch of that so that we can save a little money. And then we make a trip out of it. They have, we usually go to this mall called Furry. I don't know how to translate that into English, but that's the name of the mall. And they have a big grocery shop in there, maybe something like Costco or one of those big ones you have in America. So we do our shopping in there, and in some of the smaller shops, where you can buy personal stuff like hygiene products and cleaning products. It's basically a big, what do you need around the house to clean and to yourself, and they are cheaper than the other big grocery store, which I love that one. When I lived in Berlin, I shopped most of my personal hygiene stuff in that kind of store, just in Berlin, and I loved it. It was so cheap. I mean, as a woman, we do need our hygiene products, for that time of the month. And I could buy those there for about half the price any other place could give me. And the quality is amazing. I mean, I have been using those hygiene products for, more than 20 years. Well, 20 years. Yeah, about 20 years. 22 years or something I used them. So yeah. They do have a web shop where you can buy them here in Denmark. The price is a little higher, not much. It's still worth it, but I just love going down there, going into the shop, and walk around looking at everything. And who knows, I might find something that I didn't know I needed. Even though, to tell you the truth, I hate shopping. I really, really hate shopping. I can't shop for hours on end and look at clothes and I don't know what. I can't. But put me in that grocery shop and to that little, I don't know what to call it even, that little one, I can use hours. Just looking at what food items I might want, and yeah, I can do that. But put me in a shoe store and I'm about to kill you after 5 minutes. I mean, I really don't. I really, really, really don't like shopping. So, yeah. Oh, I also like going into my favorite yarn store. I've only been there twice, but I love that. So, yeah, hobby stuff and groceries and hygiene products. Apparently those shops I do like, but not all of them, just these specific ones. Do I have any more stars? More stars? I usually find about 10 after I put away the color. It seems like a rule in my diamond painting world. But yeah, let's call it quits for this one. But yeah, so David and his sibling is out doing that, and I am at home with the kitties, enjoying our life, doing everything and nothing. The cats are out in the catio, the cat enclosure, whatever you want to call it, basically from morning to evening, and they love it. They come in and out as they please, so sometimes I will find them indoor sleeping, or I don't know, and other times they will stay outside the entire day, and I will have to, run after them to get them in. So that is, and I don't know what makes them, do either one of them. Let's see if I can do this. Yeah, almost. I mean, I have been struggling a little with the multi-placing and the distance on the grid. Maybe I just need to learn to distance the drills. I don't know. But it is a little fun to try, and I am practicing. But I mean, I only have a little bit of line blocking in this canvas. I mean, as you can see, I do have some line blocking in it, but most of the time it is basically mostly confetti. I love it, but it does take a little longer with almost pure confetti compared to a kit where you have a lot of color blocking. And if you're new here and you don't know what confetti is and what color blocking is, I don't have a section. Oh, do you see this red? You can see this block of red. I think that is what you would call color blocking, or all this white outlining the canvas. There is a white outline all around the canvas. That would maybe count it as color blocking. So that is where you have your color in your tray a long time. And then confetti is basically what you have up here. I mean, you have to change the color in your tray a lot. So that is confetti. And I prefer mostly confetti. I do like a little color blocking since I am practicing in it to get better at it. But if a canvas was mostly color blocking, I think I'd get tired of it eventually. So I do need confetti, because for me confetti is what makes it interesting. I know people say, it has to be a mix of both, because, what is it that Katie from Diamonds and Washi is saying? Color blocking makes it moving, while confetti makes it interesting. I think that's what she's saying. And I get that. I absolutely get it. I just need more confetti than color blocking. And which is an absolutely individual choice. It's kind of like people do both round and squares, or either or. I prefer my squares, so I don't have a single round in my stash. So yeah. Oh, speaking of my stash, if you have been here since, last summer or something, I don't know, maybe since the end of 2022, where I was almost done with my AliExpress kits and was about to begin my diamond painting kits from Diamond Art Club. Wait, I did my first Diamond Art Club in March. So maybe it was the beginning of this year. I can't remember. But back then I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna have a big stash. I'll only have maximum 25 kits. And I'm having around 40. So that premonition of 25 kits, yeah. Apparently that didn't happen. But yeah. Right now I really do need to buy fewer diamond paintings because you can see this is taking me 3 months. So with 40 kits in in my stash, I would have diamond paintings for years and years. I mean, hopefully the next ones will go faster. And yeah, we will see. I mean, how many kits have I done this year? I've done 3, 4. I've done 5 diamond paintings this year so far. So, I mean, I haven't done just 2, you know. But also I haven't done like other people have. Oh, I've done 30 this year, you know. I'm never gonna be one of those persons because that is, in the end, for me on disability, I don't have the money for that. Just to be completely honest, I don't have the money to finish that many diamond paintings. Plus, for me, this is a hobby. It's supposed to be fun and things are supposed to take some time. I mean, I will never rush it, mostly because I'm a perfectionist. So I will never, you know, speed a diamond painting. I mean, when I'm doing these Wip chats, I I often sit afterwards to straight up the drills because I am sitting a little away from the diamond painting, and usually I have it closer to me, just to make sure that every drill is placed where it's supposed to be. And I know it's perfectionistic. I absolutely know that. Yeah, but that's what I'm doing. It's the same with knitting. When I'm knitting, I would rather frock, would mean that I will peel some of it off again, then, especially if it's for other people, I would rather frog it and do it again than give people something that is less than perfect. I mean, you can't do 100% perfect. There will be little imperfections. But I will try my best to make the best outcome that I can of the work that I'm doing. And yes, that is because I'm perfectionistic. Maybe even with a hint of OCD. I mean, I've been reading up on that one, and a lot of it screams Mia. So who knows? Maybe one day I need to talk to a professional about it. Especially because I found out that OCD isn't just about, you know, washing your hands a gazillion times or check that the door has been locked 10 times, you know, or counting. That is another part of it. I don't do that, but, you know, having rules on how to put stuff in the dishwasher, or that stuff has to be a certain way in your closet, and, you know, all these kind of things that I absolutely do could be OCD. So I'm like, huh, I never knew. I've been positive that I was just perfectionistic, which I might just be, but yeah, one day I might get it checked out, and until then, I'm basically just very perfectionistic, and things has to be in all its little boxes and done the way I like them, which is horrible. I mean, I try not to. I don't, run into the kitchen after my husband puts stuff in the dishwasher and, change it. I do that if we have company in the house and they totally ruin how I do it. But I mean, by now David does it the same way that I'm doing it because it's easier to empty out the dishwasher when everything is in the same place. Even he have to admit that. But yeah. And it's with my clothes. I mean, everything has a place it has to be. I mean, I collect my red, pink, purple stuff in one side. And then I have the dark colors in one side. And again, I have my tops potted with, the newer, fancier one. And then the ones that I can just use every day. And then I have my fun t-shirts in another row, those with Harry Potter stuff on it and all the other things. So yeah, they all have their spot in the closet. And yeah. So that I have to do myself because David admitted that he can't figure out my system, which is perfectly fine because I would never expect anybody else to know how my stuff is supposed to be. But yeah, I have my little things that I like things to be like. Do we have any more of those? But yeah. So yeah. I mean, oh yeah, about the emptying out the house. I kept being sent little pictures of, what do you think of this? How do you like this? And I think it's so cute because I did tell him, if you really, really like this, bring it home. We will find a place and yeah, but some of the stuff he's like, okay, how do you like this? Because I like it, but I need to make sure that you like it. And then again, other stuff he just, took because it meant something for him. And yay. Then there's stuff that is being brought here because it needs to be sold. For instance, he had a lot of yarn and a knitting machine. And I'm gonna try to find some Facebook groups that I'm in to try to sell the yarn and the knitting machine, and ask some friends of mine if there is potential any Facebook group that has knitting machines and knitting machine people in it that will be able to help me put a price on it. So yeah, because I don't have a lot of experience in knitting machines. I know people who do, and that you can make amazing things with a knitting machine. And this is the ridiculous part. I know it's ridiculous, but this is me. I find using a knitting machine cheating. I know you're not. I absolutely know it. It is a hassle or a job to use a knitting machine. It isn't just something you do. I know that, but I still consider it a little bit of a cheating because, you're basically taking this thing and going, right? So it's a little faster. I don't know how many times I almost put my drills into the trash one. I actually did it once. Oh my god. It took me about half an hour to get all of the non-trashy drills out of the trash ones. So I'm happy that I actually get it, that I see it before I do it, because that took me a while. Which one to do? I think we'll do at 310. This is this arrow up. But yeah. Hold on, I just need to see something. Okay. Rip it up. Ooh, stop. Sometimes I get to put up a little bit too many, but I am going to need quite a few for this one. And sometimes I have to remove quite a few drills, so I would rather have too many than too little, or too few. I think that's the best word to use. Oh, I have a question. If you have diamond painting friends or just crafty friends, how do you keep in touch with those? And especially if you aren't in the same city or the same country. I would really love to know that. I have a Zoom group of friends, from different countries and stuff. And we have a messenger chat where we can talk about, okay, who will be in Zoom, and then we can talk while, crafting. Some is cross-stitching, other diamond paints, and yeah, that is a fun way to keep in touch with international friends. As for knitting, I follow people on Instagram, but those aren't really, friends. My knitting friends is mostly living in this city where I live, and I have a knitting group that I meet up with once a week. No, again, not once a week, once a month. I said once a week last time as well. I don't know. Maybe it's a wishful thinking from my brain. I do have another knitting group, but it's been a while since we've been seeing each other because life. They both work. So, yeah, and one of them have younger kids, and her husband works, and at all time of the day. So she needs to be able to leave the house, or we'll come to her. But yeah, it is a little, when can we meet, The other one, that is mostly people who have retired. We have one woman that's working. But yeah, most of us is retired in that knitting group. I mean, the oldest one just turned, no wait, will turn 89 tomorrow. So yeah. But we meet once a month. Next time is here by me, and it is on my birthday. So it's kind of like having a little birthday party on my birthday. For the past few years, we've been seeing each other out here on or around my birthday. Just because, David is working afternoons and evenings, nights. So oftentimes I'm home alone on my birthday, more or less. I mean, we do celebrate a little in the morning before he goes to work. But yeah, And it isn't that I need, a big party or anything. I'm not a big birthday party person. But it is a little nice to have people that'll come over and I can bake a cake or, just craft with friends. I really like that. And it isn't, because I need presents or anything. It's just for the company. So yeah, I really like that. Plus, even though we were very spread in age, we all get along so well. I mean, some of them is kind of like an extra pair of parents, and some of them is like grandparents, which is amazing. I really, really love these women. They are a big part of my life. And yeah, it's great. So yeah, next time will be on my birthday, September 14th. I will be 44 this year. So yeah, I wonder what's in store for the next year. Like David and I talked about it the other day. We are so done with 2023. This entire year has been, I mean, we were looking forward to a great year. The you-know-what was over and the world is free and I don't know what. So this was going to be an amazing year, And then his mom got sick. Basically, the very last days of 2022, his mom got herself in the hospital with some blood clots in her brain. So yes, and of course this isn't her fault at all. That's not what I'm saying. But a lot has happened the past 8 months. This one needs to go because, isn't it? Or am I just being, nope. There is this little extra bit on it. So yeah, the past 8 months has been rough. It hasn't, even though time has flown by, it's because that there has been so much to do, in taking care of his mom and spending so much time with her to make sure that she is okay and that she doesn't feel alone or forgotten or anything. I mean, I always have really, before my brother-in-law moved into her house, I spent a lot of time with my mother-in-law, both because I really, really like and love her, but also because, after her heart surgery back in 2019, we sold her car. She wasn't happy about it, but after a little while, she understood why we had to do it, because even for a little while before her surgery, she had become a little uncertain driving. None of us really wanted to be in a car with her. And after the surgery, she wasn't able to drive a car for a year, maybe even longer, depending on what the doctor would end up saying. So, yeah, we sold her car. And she got a little in her bank account because really she didn't have the money to have the car. But, you don't go, even though her husband that sadly died back in 2016 had told her, if one of us goes away, dies, there isn't money enough for the car. But, someone helped her financially so that she could keep her car. No, it wasn't us. Oh, darn it, I hate when this happens. But we sold it, which meant that we had to, you know, get her around with shopping and grocery shopping and stuff like that, which I didn't mind. I told her that when we sold her car, that she wouldn't be forgotten, that we would come and help her out. She just needed to tell us a few days ahead, not call and say, hey, I need to go shopping now. Because we do have lives, you know, and sometimes we were out doing stuff. So, and then because she loves to walk around in stores, so I told her, you know, you need to have a grocery list, because walking around almost 2 hours while you look at everything 10 times isn't going to happen. Well, I've always done that. And I asked David, is this true? And he looked at me. Did she say that? Like, yeah, she said this is what you always did when you were out shopping groceries. And he looked at me. My dad always told her to get moving, that this wasn't an entire day of buying groceries. So she is absolutely pulling you by your nose. And I was like, huh. And I told her what David had told me the next time. And she was like, no, that's not how it was. And I'm like, you know what? I think you're pulling my nose here. And she ended up smiling and like, I just like walking around looking at stuff. That's very possible. Then you know, can take the bus up and walk around shopping, and then you can call me when you want to go home. Because I'm not stuck in a shop with you for almost 2 hours. No. Just because you want to look at stuff 10 times. Even though you have a grocery list, we had to look at all the stuff she didn't need to buy or didn't want to buy. And, yeah, I don't have the patience for that. I mean, when we buy groceries in the everyday, I just have a list. I go in, I buy it, and bam, moving on. It's only when we're shopping in Germany in that big store that I might be able to walk around looking, because I know I need this, you know. I need this product, but they have a bigger, they have more variety down there than we do. For instance, if I need to buy, let's say I need to buy toilet paper, for instance, you know, we have a select handful of options if you need 4-layer toilet paper. There is just this many options. But down there, you have like at least 10 options, okay? So yeah, that is why I like it in Germany. And I just looked at the time and go, ooh, Dawn, we have been talking for a little over an hour, so I think I have to go. But yeah, it was nice talking to you. And those of you that I mentioned, please, you know, in your next Wip Chat or just in a separate video, please answer my tag questions. I would absolutely love it if you would do that. And I would love to hear your answers. And yeah, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe. If you aren't already, I would love to have you here. And yeah, until my next video. Bye, everybody. Love you.